In this video, I'll show you everything there's to know about this portable rechargeable fan by BougeRV, so that hopefully by the end of the video, you can decide for yourself if this is the right fan for you. So first up, I will show you what's included with this fan, and then from there, we'll talk about some of the features. And then finally, at the end of the video, I'll give you a quick overview and show you the app that works with this fan. So starting off, here's a quick look at everything that's included with this fan. So of course, you do get the fan, which we're going to take a closer look at next. You also get this charging cable. So this is a USB-C to USB-C cable. And then finally, you get a set of instructions. So next up, I'm going to give you a closer look and talk about some of the features of this fan. The first thing that I want to talk about is the build quality of this fan. So BougeRV definitely did a great job assembling this fan. This thing feels very, very premium. It is plastic, like the frame, but it's a very thick and sturdy plastic. It's fairly lightweight, even though it seems very sturdy. It's only around 3.3 pounds. Dimension-wise, it's just under 10 inches tall and 10 inches wide. So here's the side view of it. The legs are actually made out of metal, which is really nice. So those are very sturdy, and just holding it, it just feels really nice and solid. So this is my older fan that I used to have that I thought was great until I got this one. But now that I've compared them, this one actually feels pretty much like a toy. As you can see here, the BougeRV fan has 7 blades. So this can produce air speeds up to 12 miles per hour. You can see this model over here only has 3 fan blades, so it doesn't quite push as much air out. So I will show you how to turn this on later in the video. But before we get there, I also did want to show you that the fan can actually rotate 270 degrees, which is really nice. And then on the bottom, there's another nice feature. Right here, you can see there's this hook. So this hook comes in handy because you can do things like you can hang this from a tree if you're camping, or maybe if you have a hook in your tent. That's really nice. For me, I've used this in the garage. I can hang this off of my racks when I'm working in the garage. I can also hang this off of the hood of my car, which I've done, which is really nice because then I have this light, which I'll show you later, that turns on. And then I can also blow some air in myself to cool myself off while I'm working in the garage of my car where it's pretty hot. Also, this light here, I do like to mention that because I'm a big fan of products that kind of have like a 2-in-1 function. So this is both a light and a fan. So if you're taking this camping with you, you know that space in your car or your vehicle is at a premium so that you can pack more gear. So with this, instead of having to pack a fan and a separate light, this counts as both. So you can just pack this one small compact device and you're all set for your fan and your light. So next up, now that I've just talked about some of the features, I'm actually going to show you how to turn this on and how to use the light. So next up, we're going to take a closer look at how to use this fan. So on the back of the fan, which we're looking at now, I just wanted to show you a few of the different ports and features. So let me bring this a little bit closer. So first up, we have the on-off switch. Then we have 2 ports here. We have a USB-A port as well as a USB-C port. So the USB-C port can be used to charge up this battery. This does have a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. So this can last you, depending on the speed you choose, can last you up to 33 hours, which is great. Right here, this USB-A port, if you have a USB-A cable, you can actually connect it to something like maybe like your cell phone. So you can charge your cell phone while you're camping or outside, which is really nice. It's a great feature. If I tilt this, you're going to see a set of 4 buttons. So the first button is to turn the fan on to pick the 4 different speeds, which I'll show you in a minute. Next up, we have the button to turn the light on and to choose the brightness of the light. Right here, we have the timer function that tells you how many hours you can leave this fan on for, which I'll also show you. And then finally, we have the sleep button. So now that I've shown you the different buttons and the different features, I'll actually show you how each of these work. Using this fan is pretty simple. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the power on. So just flip it onto the on side, just like that. You hear that beep that tells you it's on. So now let's go ahead and flip this around. But first, I'm going to first push this button here to turn and select the first speed. So now you can see this fan blade is moving. So if I flip it around, you can see there is now a LCD screen that is lit up. The 87%, that tells you that there's 87% charge left on this fan on the battery. Down here, this icon tells you that that's fan speed number 1. So this does have 4 different speeds on it. I'm not sure if you can hear it on the microphone, but it's very quiet even though this is on. So let me pick speed number 2, speed number 3, and then finally speed number 4. And then if I push it again, it turns off. So I'm going to turn this back on, the light on now, by actually pushing the second button, which is this button here. So let me flip it around for you. And if I turn that on, you can see now the light is shining. So I have some lights behind me just because I'm filming so that you can see this better, but this does have a pretty nice glow to it. If I hit it again, it's a little bit more bright. And then if I hit it the third time, it's now off. So that's a really nice feature. Again, if you're taking this camping or if you have this on your bedside, trying to keep yourself cool, having that light is very handy. So for the third feature, I need to turn the fan back on. So now I'm going to be pressing this third feature here, or third button here, and this is going to allow me to pick a preset time that this fan is going to stay on. So if I push it once, you can see now it has 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8, and then to 0 where it just turns on until you turn it off yourself. So that's pretty nice that you can have that function. And finally back here, the last button is a sleep button, which I can push, and then that's going to set the sleep function on this. So as you can see, pretty simple to use and some really nice features. So the last thing I'm going to show you is how to use the app with this fan. The last thing that I want to show you was the app that you can use with this fan. So all you have to do is go to the App Store and search for the BougeRV app, and then you're going to connect to this via Bluetooth, and then you're going to be able to control this fan using your phone. So that's pretty handy because, as I mentioned before earlier in the video, this actually has a hook on it. So if you have this hanging from, like, for example, the top of your tent, and maybe you're laying down and you don't want to get up to have to adjust the fan speed or turn it on, you can actually control it from your phone. So here's the app, and this is what it looks like. It has a pretty nice interface. You can see the fan is right there with the model. Right there, it shows you that there's 86% charge left on this fan. And then you can also pick the wind speed power by using the slider, which we're going to do in a second. You can also turn the lights on and off and then schedule it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the fan on by using the slider. And then you can see there's the 4 speeds that I talked about earlier. So let's put it into speed 1. So now this is on. We can go up to speed 2 or go back down. You can turn the little LCD screen. Let me tilt it so you can see it better. Off and on, which is really nice. You can turn the lights on. Let me turn the light on. Just like that. And into the second position of the light. Let me tilt this so you can see it better. Or I can turn the light off. So that's really nice. Or you can go into the scheduling section right here, and then you can set the different timer as I showed you earlier. So let's put it on 8 hours and then hit confirm. And now you can see right here, there is now an 8-hour timer. Or if I wanted to, I can just shut the whole thing off from here. And now it turns off. So really nice that you can control this directly from your phone. All right, so there you have it. So if you're looking for a portable fan that has a lot of great features, such as a built-in light and an included app, then this is definitely a great option to consider.